Hey there, guess what? We have something awesome to tell you.
We are so excited to announce that the Product Boss is officially part of the HubSpot Podcast Network family. I mean, I am just jumping out of my chair with excitement.
So excited because the HubSpot Network is the audio destination for business professionals, and their love language is the same as ours, business education. You're listening to the Product Boss Podcast, the go-to podcast for product business owners wanting to increase visibility and scale their sales while building their dream life.
We are beyond excited to be a part of the HubSpot Podcast Network family and locking arms with so many other highly respected business shows that sole purpose is to help small businesses worldwide continue to thrive and grow.
Like Goal Digger with Jenna Kutcher, the Success Story podcast with Scott D. Clary, and Online Marketing Made Easy with Amy Porterfield.
So listen to The Product Boss and more shows like us on the HubSpot Podcast Network at HubSpot.com/podcast network. Shh. Can you hear that? It's the sound of the holidays. Yep, they're coming. Actually, you might even say they're already here. Everyone with a product business knows that this right here, right now is the prime opportunity to gain some traction in your business and generate significant revenue. And Mina and I, we want that for you. Okay. We want that for you. And that's why we put together the Product Boss's Guide to Getting Holiday Ready checklist. We call it a checklist, but it's so much more than that. It's your crash course for getting your business holiday ready so that you can have an amazing Q4, right? That's Q4. Now, we've packed it full of checklists, planners, tips, resources, and our very best advice for making sure you're ready and prepared for a successful holiday season in your business and into the new year. And my friend, the best news is it's yours for free, totally free. So consider it a holiday gift from us. Just head over to theproductboss.com/holiday ready. That's theproductboss.com/holiday ready to grab your Getting Holiday Ready checklist and get ready to sell your way through the holidays. Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we're dedicated to helping product-based business owners turn into revenue-generating, successful, happy product bosses. I'm Jacqueline Snyder.
And I'm Mina Kunosita. Together through digital courses, coaching, and masterminds, we've helped over 50,000 students from startup to multi-million-dollar businesses scale their sales while blending in their dream life.
It gets lonely out there in the product business world. We fully believe a business shouldn't be built alone. There's room at the top for all of us.
So let's get scrappy and creative together, Product Boss, to be profitable, make more sales, and grow your visibility.
Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hey, Mina, I've got a question. How many times have you abandoned a cart at purchase? Like you've checked, you've gotten all the way through, you've added everything to cart, you've gotten to that final place where they're, asking you to put in your credit card, and then you've just jumped ship.
I mean, all day, every day. You know what's so funny is that I feel like that. So the last one, I just bought a painting class because I want to start painting again. And I was like, oh, I would love to, get back to the foundations and the basics. So I was buying this one and they had me go through such a process, let me tell you. And it made me rethink our carts even, you know? So I was like, but it turned out great. They just kept trying to sell me stuff. But I've been doing a lot of purchasing because the sunroom is getting done. So stuff for the household. And then Halloween, I had to get so many things for the kids. So I really do. I'm going to stick with the answer all day, every day,
So friends, we're Jacqueline and Mina of the Product Boss Podcast. And we're going to talk today about the number one reason why people will leave their cart or abandon their cart. And especially thinking about this during the holidays. So I know I've done it. I know that when my information is stored and I could easily check out, or they have like a really easy way, like a Shopify code or PayPal or something like that, where I can just easily check out. It doesn't create that friction and I'll check out. There have been times when I've tried to buy from small businesses, not necessarily bigger businesses, but smaller businesses, where I'll get all the way to the end. I think I was trying to do this with stationery the other day. It might have been someone in our community that I was shopping from. I'm not going to say specifically, but it may or may not have been.
It made me think of one person that charged me shipping on 2 items that I purchased from them. And I thought, why is their cart so high? that
Mhm.
I couldn't even, having put in 2 big items of theirs, couldn't get free shipping, you
Right.
know?
So we're not calling anyone out specifically, but two people that fully support small businesses, the Shop One and Five pledge to purchase from a small business online or offline. We also come up against that friction because I was trying to buy, I think like a bunch of thank you cards. And when I got there, it was like, there was a $7.95 charge, and I was buying something that was like $24. And it was a
Mhm.
third of my purchase. And I was like, why am I doing this?
I
I
mean,
would have
would you have, if they woulda said, free shipping on an order over $30,
I
would you
would have
have gone
added
back?
another pack to my cart.
100%. So the stat that we're talking about here, everybody, is the stat that like 80 something percent, I think it's like 85% of people that are in purchase will abandon their cart if they don't receive free shipping, you know? And so that's kind of what we're talking about here. I just remember my other purchase. So this is how much, as a consumer, I will not pay for free shipping. So my daughter is 12 years old now, and I've been having to buy certain things. So for example, she's starting to like shave her legs, right? And so
Oh,
I
she's
was
gonna love
buying.
this episode.
She doesn't care. Nowadays is things are not embarrassing, okay? So this is kind of what I told my mother-in-law too. It's like, let her talk about her body because that's exactly how I want to raise her, right? Is her not feeling embarrassed about these things. So I ended up buying two of the same exact electric shaver, one for herself, one for me, because I was not willing to pay for shipping. I was just willing
100%.
to add, but I wasn't willing to think about what else I needed. So I was like, you know what? Two it is.
Yeah,
Two
because
of
you
the
were
same exact
convinced.
thing. Yeah.
So we were looking at this, it's Baymar.com, their research on reasons
Mhm.
for abandonment during checkout. And out of 4,500 people polled
Oh, that's a lot of surveyors.
of US adults in 2020, 50% of them, 50% said that they abandoned their cart for extra costs that were too high, which included shipping, tax, and fees. Now, we can't really
Mhm.
overcome tax, but if there's extra fees, yes. But I'm going to tell you,
Mm.
majority of this was shipping. And my friends, even if you are charging for shipping right now, I want you to think about the last time you went on a site that charged you for shipping. And if you thought twice about it, or you're like, heck yes, you charge me
Yeah.
that 7.95.
I wanted to do this episode because in Multi-Stream Machine, for all of our students, shout out, hey everybody. They've been with me during these times when I've been sick and recording those answers, the Ask J&M in MSM. And one of the questions on there was, there's a woman who owns a subscription box, and she sticks out to me, you know, from all those questions, because she said that she owns a subscription box and it was somewhere around $45. And, hers is like, she does books and things like that. And it's a literary box. And she charged $8 and something cents for shipping to recoup her costs, right? Because that's how much it costs her to send out those things. And she's like, I'm thinking that I should lower the cost of my box. What do you think about that? So that was the question.
And let me
And
see, I don't even know what your answer was.
oh, you answer, and then I'll tell you if it was the same
Okay,
answer.
so what I would say is I would raise the price of your box, include shipping into it, and make it just a flat fee. So I'd make it $54 or $55 for the box, and then keep selling it at a higher price and recoup your cost there, but don't charge it separate.
Exactly the same answer, though I said $50.
Okay.
Because if she was willing to discount anyways and still make them pay, I thought the discount should come in form of free shipping. And I said you should just make it an easy yes for them, where it's $50 box, and it could say $50 box value of, let's say, $100 or something like that, and shipping is included, and the offer is really clear and simple and a yes no, like no brainer potentially, and that they would, she should try that before she tries discounting, if she was willing to do a discount anyways,
Hmm.
you know
So the thing is the customer, and this is, I think, another place where a lot of people get caught, but a customer who's willing to spend $45 is probably also willing to spend $55. There is a
yeah.
threshold of people that if it hovers around that 50, there's also the threshold of people who are willing to spend $75 might also still be the people that spend $98. So I think a
Mhm.
lot of times we nickel and cent this and we think like, oh my gosh, it has to be, we race the bottom
I'm
and we
going to
think,
charge them $8.26 to cover that specific amount.
but
Like
they're
that,
willing.
right?
Yeah, they're willing to pay a general amount. The number
Yeah.
feels the same. So I think for all of you, when you're out there thinking about it, and if we go back to this Baymar.com research, that 50% of the people polled will leave their cart because of the extra costs, which is typically, I'll tell you, is shipping. If we do it, if you do it, if 50% of these people do it, we would rather you, well, we're going to give you some strategies on this, but we would rather you raise your free shipping threshold or raise the price of something and include shipping in it. We teach this a lot inside of our programs. Multi-stream machine, we talk about it. We talk about this in pricing for profit. We've got a few different courses that we help with this. But the thing is they don't want to pay the extra cost just to include it. I'll tell you, I just got back from Italy. This is really cool. I got back from Italy and all of the VAT taxes, all of the taxes were included in the price. So if I looked at something and it said 198 euros, it was 198 euros. So it was just included and I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have that sticker shock at the end when then they tell you like, oh, now you owe $250. And you're like, wait, what? How? I thought I was spending 198. So thinking about that, people want to know what they're going to spend and they kind of want to see that flat. They don't want that extra like added bonus. They would rather put something else in their cart, like Mina putting in 2 shavers, razors,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Mhm.
Then
Yep.
pay you $7, $5, $12, whatever that amount is to get it shipped to them. That just feels like they're giving away money.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, in my mind, I was just like, gosh, I don't have the time to think about what else I would need to make up this cart. You know what? We probably should have separate shavers, come to think of it. And then the decision was very easy for me.
As the Product Boss has grown, Mina and I have gone from being intensely connected and always knowing what the other is doing in business to building out a team and learning how to layer in different levels of communication among all the different team members.
We've learned from experience that when there's a communication breakdown between the different roles of the business, the customers are the ones who may suffer the most. And that's not what we want at all.
Nope, not at all. We prioritize and strongly value great customer experiences from start to finish every time.
Creating great customer experiences starts with having a full picture. And having the full picture starts with having teams that are connected. HubSpot helps your team stay and feel connected. They can finish each other's sentences, sales pitches. Yep, it's that kind of connected.
Yes, and the HubSpot CRM platform is carefully crafted from the ground up, designed to unite your data, apps, and teams in a single, easy-to-use system. So instead of wasting valuable time tracking down information, your teams can spend their time having conversations where it matters most with your customers.
Learn how HubSpot can help your business grow better at HubSpot.com. So I think for all of you, when you're thinking about this holiday season, I want you all to come up with an offer that includes free shipping. And let's see how clean and simple and, keep it simple, seller, that you can push that promotion. So like Jacqueline said, it could be free shipping for an order over this, or free shipping on this specific bundle for this day, let's say, or free shipping on, this, gift package or whatever it is, that you make the offer where there's free shipping in some way, shape, or form. So that way it can be a promotion that you test out during this time. Because I think, as we start to see people really thinking about like how they're spending their money this holiday season, they're going to want to not spend it on shipping, like I was just talking about my sunroom getting done. You would not believe the amount of shipping delays and shortages. I just don't want to hear about shipping problems anymore or shipping costs, And so I think that would be a really great offer that we all think about, even if it means raising prices.
Yeah. So here are some things that you can do or you can think about. So when you're thinking about pricing, right? When you're thinking about not pricing, but your shipping and your shipping strategy and how you're going to offer this, right? One, when you create like these clear expectations for your customer and you have the shipping strategy, it's going to be a better customer experience. I think that's the thing that you're all missing is what is their customer experience? Sometimes you're going to feel fooled, tricked, or like, well, I was never going to pay that for that.
I wasted all this time for nothing.
Oof, it's so annoying. Like the time, the decision making, like Mina said, just getting to the idea of that razor.
Yeah.
And then you're going to tell her that she has to shop for something else.
Yeah.
You're
And
like,
it was
"I'll just take
literally,
two."
it was electric shaver and it was like $50. So it was expensive, but the thing is I'm using it often, And so then for me to double my order, right, it was doubling my average order value with them, So I think that for all of us, when we're thinking about, the prices, it's like that tolerance and that threshold that Jacqueline was talking about is if they're willing to spend a certain amount, you better believe that they will avoid shipping at all costs. If they don't, it's either in their mind, I have to leave it because they're going to make me pay for shipping, or I have to make the money worth something and add more to my cart.
And I always go, if you're one of our students, you may have heard me talk about this example, but I always go back to this one thing I bought. And I think I bought like a planner and I
Mhm.
was 12 or $8 short or something of free shipping. And I went and looked on the whole site and I was like, what can I just buy that's going to get me right over that free shipping threshold? And I added these stickers. And why it bugs me so much is I never wanted those stickers.
Probably never even used those
Never
stickers.
used those stickers. Think I threw those stickers away when I moved. And I keep it in my mind because I teach all of you about this kind of stuff. But I would rather have stickers I don't want for
Yeah.
$9 than have paid them $8 for shipping. So think about that. I could have been
Mhm.
I could have saved $1, but instead I wanted something for it. So the other thing we want you to think about as a strategy here is increasing your average order value to get a free shipping threshold. We talk about this all the time. So many of you have these really low shipping thresholds, and we teach this inside of our programs is how to get the right shipping threshold to get them to spend more. They would rather spend more and get something for their money than just pay for shipping, even though they don't care that you're spending money on shipping.
Mhm.
And I think it'll help increase the conversion of people that buy from you because if you're upfront, if you're clear, if you think about the customer service and you think about free shipping offers, then they're going to know ahead of time when they're diving into your store what they're getting and what number they have to hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I know that, I think that the takeaway from this particular episode is that you have a strategy behind it. If it's to get more money in your cart or if it's to add customer service. Like I know there's people that, for example, they have free shipping for the entire month of January. I can't remember
Mhm.
who did that, but they made sure that that was a slow month for them and it wasn't on like their new things, you know what I mean? So it was like they were able to have like a better customer experience, but at the same time still be profitable. Because one thing I don't want you all to think about, and speaking of, this is another question that I got in Multi Extreme Machine. She was saying how she offers free exchanges and refunds, and this small business owner that's in Multi Extreme Machine said that she handles all the shipping for all of that.
Oof.
And she sells like dog harnesses and that sort of thing. And I said, you as a small business could never be able to do that at scale. And you need to, and she's like, we want to be there for the customer. I was like, the customer also has to take accountability for ordering the right size. And you have to take accountability for educating them on the breeds that are this certain weight that, you show them in perspective. Like, for example, I gave the perspective of Dagny Dover, where they show the guy who's 6'2" wearing all size backpacks. And I think that when we start to think about free shipping, it's not that Jacqueline and I are like at the detriment of your business. We want you to be profitable at the end of the day, and we want you to get better conversions. So don't do this as a blanket statement of offering free shipping. It should be offer free shipping strategically and make sure that you know like what you're trying to get them to do. Are you trying to get them to add more to their cart? Is it a certain amount to make it stay profitable with your margins still being there? And just approach it in a really smart way.
And that's why I'll tell you, and this is, the most asked question in our multi-stream machine students is when we teach them pricing for profit
Yeah.
and we teach them the margins, they're always like, well, I'm not in the right margins. Like this is not going to work. And they freak out a little because they've been doing it a certain way. But when you've been doing it a certain way for a certain amount of time, it wasn't, you just kind of came up with those numbers. It wasn't that you were using it
Mhm.
from, um, really truly an industry perspective on running a profitable business. So when we talk about this, and again, like Mina said, you're all going to have to do your own thing because saying free shipping is not free. It means that the shipping cost is moved to you, right? Like you're paying for the shipping. But you can still offer free shipping and stay profitable. You just have to know your margins, right? You have to know how to
Mhm.
have the right pricing strategy. You have to know what an average order value is and what to get them to. So, but using free shipping can increase your average order value, which means that you're paying less per item on shipping, right? It's dispersed versus
Yeah.
one item for one amount. So there's lots of ways that this can still help. Now, if you're thinking, okay, great ladies, but I can't do it, then I think the other thing that you have to think about is how transparent you can be about shipping. So a lot of times people they let them pick, right? You can either have a flat rate, which you
Mhm.
pay a little, they pay a little, or it can be one of those apps that shows you exact shipping costs where like they can select if they want USPS first class or if they want UPS next day, and it shows the exact amounts, and they get to choose because then it tells them how long it'll take to get delivered to them,
Yeah.
and then they can decide whether they want to prioritize
That's what
it.
happens with my bubble envelopes. So I have bubble envelopes and I can choose, like, if I want to get it sooner, it's going to be a pretty penny because those bubble envelopes come in big cases, right?
Mhm.
Giant cases. And then so I have to take into account, okay, this is going to take 7 days, but this is going to take 3 business days.
Mhm.
How much time do I have on my hands? and, and so, yeah, it is nice having that choice because then you're able to see, oh, okay, that really is like me making the choice with the amount of time that I have.
Yeah. So this is like a giant onion, and we're peeling layer by layer. We get deeper into this in all of the Product Boss programs and courses. Um, each course has a different thing that we teach, but we always come back to being profitable. We always come back to pricing for profit. We always want to make sure that you are most profitable. So when you hear us give you these strategies, know that we are on your side and we're not on the consumer side, but we're on your side because we want you to convert. We want them, like these 50% of people that will abandon cart, we want them to get to the end and buy from you. Not only buy from you, we want them to add more to their cart and buy more from you. And we want them to come back. So
Right.
bit by bit, we'll work through this. But right now during the holidays, if anything, consider free shipping as a promotional part, right? Maybe you can gather people to buy from you right now during the time when their wallets are in hand and they're ready to spend. Maybe you consider free shipping as a promotion during the holidays, and then you can recalibrate for the next months.
Yeah, for sure. As a promotion, because then you know what the margins are. Like I said, it could be on your bestseller bundle because you worked out the numbers in that one simple offer, right? Keep it simple seller. During the holidays, it's really important for you to all think strategically because it will add up. Because this is the time when people are buying for themselves, they're buying for others, they're buying for their household. There's a lot of purchasing power that's done during the holiday season. So make sure that you think about it so then you can add it all up because even a little bit of tweaking in your free shipping can go a long way when it's done in the holiday season.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us. This episode is brought to you by the Shop 1 in 5 Pledge. We believe that when you purchase from a small online or offline business, your dollar goes further. Hey friends, Mina and I created the Shop 1 in 5 Pledge, and we're inviting you to take the pledge with us. It's a commitment to make 1 in 5 of your purchases from a small business, online or offline. It's a way to make an impact together where and when it matters most. Because the truth is, your purchasing power matters now more than ever. We're inviting you to take the pledge if you head to shop1in5.com. The link is in the show notes. And when you get there, please make sure to share the pledge with your friends, your family, and your customers. Let's invite everyone to take the Shop 1 in 5 pledge so that we can all use our purchasing power to change lives.